listen.
3000.
Yo, what's going on? What's good, everybody? I am Zen.
I'm Cesar.
And this is Listen 3000.
Okay.
You got like we've been
You're the closest.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
It feels like it.
Only because of this great trip.
For sure.
But yeah, man, what's it? Episode 57?
This is episode 57.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And we're back again.
Yeah.
We have a very special guest. But before we get to our very special guest today,
yes,
gotta let you know this is Sound Gallery. Check out the Sound Gallery Studios as we record our podcast all the time. Please check it out if you're in the Philadelphia area. Come through, record some music, record some podcasts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And we also have merch out, guys.
Yes, we do.
Didn't know if you know.
Yeah,
this isn't one of it. So this is exclusive. That don't count. But we got some lovely merch designed by this guy here. Please check it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The
That's
link is up here.
3000 on the screen.
Yeah, man.
And if you didn't know,
now you know.
Now you know it's Agents of Fandom podcast. Please check out agentsofandom.com. All the podcasts on the network, Agents of Fandom,
Comic Corner,
and Fandom Academy. Make sure to check it out. We got and now we getting into our guest, the editor in chief, the head honcho, Agents of Fandom. We got our guy TJ in the building.
Yes, sir.
What's good,
What's
man?
up, guys? Feels like I just saw you or something. It's good to be back on the podcast, though.
Something like that, right?
That's perfect timing. Perfect timing. Now, but how you been, man? We've been having you on there a long time, right?
Yeah.
Since like the first couple episodes we did,
first
year of the episodes we did. But yeah, man, what's going on?
Been a while. Good to be back. I'm a dad now. Been busy as all hell with not only just that, but with one of my jobs. I'm a fantasy sports analyst, so NFL season and NBA now beginning. And then over at agentsofandom.com, in addition to the Penguin and Agatha All Along shows I'm doing right now, I'm also writing the weekly reviews for Agatha, the Penguin, and Only Murders in the Building. So it's been super busy. And then, just throwing all on top of it, New York Comic Con, which was an absolute blast this past weekend.
Yes, it was,
and
man.
that goes right into our first topic. We talking.
You just slid right into it.
Right, for sure.
Thank you for that transition.
I didn't even see the rundown, but I've done it.
Look at that. You just Eurostep by accident. That's crazy. That is nuts. All right, you want to take it away, my friend?
Yeah, for sure. We again, like TJ said, we were all at New York Comic Con this past weekend. It was such a great time. Real quick before we get into everything we got into, we want to shout out the whole Agents of Fandom. Shout out TJ. Shout out Emma. Shout out AF, CJ, Ava,
everybody.
Jaden,
like
everybody, the whole team that we got to see and hang out with. Damon, Damon, yes.
AF,
yes. Just shout out to everybody. It was such a great time to finally get to hang with everybody. I feel like that's like a ritual every Comic-Con now.
It is,
all link and hang out with each other.
What did I say too when we took the selfie? When y'all took the selfie, we were in Times Square. I was like, this is like the Oscar picture now. Like when they're in the bathroom. Like every year, more people. I like it. We got to keep it going.
No, for sure.
Yeah, but it was a great time. But talking about Comic-Con, what's the first things that we want to talk about? Because a lot of things happen.
No, for sure. We can get into some
panels, right? We did some panels. So
because we all got to go. Me, TJ, Season, and Damon all got to go to the franchise panel, which was really dope.
Thank y'all for that. We didn't even know we could fit this in. We got in there. I didn't know we could. We were like, you guys want to come to the yeah. And I didn't know we could just, all right. Yeah. But it was awesome though. That was a really good time.
Yeah, it was. We got the cast was there and we got to see a sneak peek at the latest episode that came out, which was dope.
Yeah. Or didn't come out yet? I was still confused on that. So that was like the newest one. Okay, got it. I was still trying to figure out which episode that was. All right, cool.
Yeah. But I thought it was dope, man. That was my first. I was planning on watching the show, but this was the first time I got to see it, and it was extremely funny. So I'm definitely gonna be tuning in.
Nah, I feel the same way. I got to watch a little bit of the first episode before we had this panel, so it was cool for me because it was like, oh, I'm already kind of into the show. And I remember when it first was announced, me and you both were like, look at this in our ballpark and as HBO, like it's kind of interesting. So yeah. And what did I say to you as well off the pod? I just love a HBO comedy. The last one that I remember that I was really into recently would be Righteous Gemstones, right? And that just been a couple months ago, maybe last year. I don't remember when that came out. Yeah. So yeah, it's just cool to have one of those back. We HBO down over here, bad. But yeah, man, it was a really good time, and I enjoyed listening to everything the cast said. They were a fun bunch too, just like the group of them. You could see their chemistry on and off, just based on how they talked at the interview. But yeah, TJ, how did you enjoy the franchise?
Franchise thing was a lot of fun. The best part for me was definitely that the whole cast was there because it's such a stacked cast. And so we were right up in that first row. And so being like, throwing distance, like throwing a ball distance, because we're not, like reaching distance, but
Yeah.
close enough that you can get there with a little ball. So Daniel Bruhl was super cool.
Yeah.
Getting to see the wonderful Maggie Lovett moderate that panel, do a great job as per usual. The franchise one was a lot of fun, and then I also got on the Thursday, the day before you guys got there, I had a bunch of really fun panels as well. I got to go to the shrinking panel with Jason Segel was there, and the whole cast other than Harrison Ford. Brett Goldstein was there as well, and so right when he walks in to the hall, the whole crowd all at once, he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Roy Kent.
Oh, that's incredible.
It was so awesome. And then like straight from there had the Dragon Ball Daima panel. They played the first episode and showed a bunch of sneak peeks, announced some new DLCs for some Dragon Ball games. They're going to be doing a full Daima DLC for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And then they also announced that like the next one coming up soon for Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, which just came out, is going to be a superhero one, which I'm super pumped about because that means we get some new Gohan forms. And so I'm really excited about that. And then I went to the roundtable for a show called Hysteria, which I'll have some articles for that coming soon to agentsoffandom.com. But the show's set in like the 80s. It's set in the Satanic Panic and follows a metal band. But I got to sit like right next to Julie Bowen, who is oh my gosh, how am I blanking on the name right now? But the mom from Modern Family. Claire Dunphy in Modern Family, Anna Camp, who plays Aubrey in Pitch Perfect, and then of course the legendary Bruce Campbell. And so chatted with them, snapped some pics. Julie Bowen and Anna Camp were just like so stupidly nice. Julie sits down beside me and goes, "Hi, my name is Julie. What's your name?" Just like so kind. And then went to Romeo and Juliet that night on Broadway. We saw Kit Connor, saw Rachel Zegler, got a couple autographs, snapped some pics after the show. Just a wild weekend, and that was only my Thursday. Friday was even crazier.
I was just about to say, I'm like, wait a second, this is one day? You said this is one night, a couple hours. Yeah. All right. That's a great time though. Wow, that's awesome. That's super awesome. But honestly, we only got, the more I look at it, we only went to one panel. So, brother, tell us about the other panels that you went to.
Yeah, Creature Commandos. Yes. Right? Yeah. How was that?
So Friday, actually, I had an interview with Bear McCreary, who is the composer for Rings of Power, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Percy Jackson, Godzilla, so much more. Like absolute legendary composer. So we chatted for about 5 minutes. That'll be coming soon to the Agents Fandom YouTube page and wherever you get your podcasts. And then later that day, I went to the Sony Pictures panel. And that one was super cool because we got to see a bunch of clips from Venom 3. We saw about the first 10 minutes of Kraven the Hunter. And like Aaron Taylor Johnson was there. Tom Hardy was there. Got right up nice and close and took some pics with Tom Hardy. So it was super, super fun time at that panel. And then we saw like a exclusive trailer for Karate Kid as well.
Wow. Ooh. They didn't drop that online.
Yeah, hold on. Right? How was that? I didn't ask you about that one.
So it was very, very little revealed.
Got it.
But it showed basically just Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan, and it's the worlds are going to unite. And then the titular Karate Kid is Ben Wang. I believe the last name is Wang. That's how you pronounce it. Who was American-born Chinese. Chang and Dunk, main character in those, and he's just an incredible actor. So I'm excited to see him in this one. Only 24, rising star. Wow. Definitely had me more interested when I realized he was the main character.
Awesome. And because we always joke about it off podcast. I love both Karate Kids. Just growing up with both, different versions for sure. But the fact that they're bringing them together, I'm still confused. So I'm excited to see how that transpires.
Right.
Yeah.
The one thing I like, the one like dialogue part I remember, because admittedly I was live tweeting the panel from the Agents Fandom Twitter, and so I was trying so hard just to get everything out as quickly as I could.
You can't really like lock in all the way to the trailer, right?
Yeah. But the the one thing was Jackie Chan enters the room and it's like, "Are you looking for Mr. Miyagi? He's not here anymore." And then Jackie Chan's like, "No, I'm looking for you." And it flashes to Ralph Macchio.
So there's a connection here. Okay. So all right.
I like
so
that.
where's Jaden? We'll figure it out.
I highly doubt Jaden's going to be in this movie. I hope.
Not.
What?
You said you think he isn't going to be in the movie.
I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't know.
Super doubt it.
But I hope the Cobra Kai people are. That's really what I'm hoping for. I hope like we get Zolo in this movie. I hope the Cobra Kai people are there.
See, and I don't watch it. Not growing up, I'm sorry, but when that show came out, I never knew that that's what it was, like the continuation, right? So ZENN kind of put me onto that concept, and then now once this movie was first announced, you told me that you heard like
that is not gonna.
It's not gonna like include the lore of Cobra Kai, right? So I'm like,
that's what I heard, but
it could be wrong. We don't know.
They don't,
but like
they do.
They need to figure
it makes more sense that way. If
it doesn't make sense at all if it isn't that way. Right. I feel like so. I'm like, if they do that the right way, this actually could be really dope, like really cool. So I'm excited about it.
Oh, for sure.
Look, you just.
I think the only way they could like, if they go out of their way to like decanonize it or whatever in their movie universe, I think that would be pretty lame. But I hope this isn't what happens, but I do think there would be a way of like have it set in Japan and it's just Ralph Macchio joining whatever was the universe that we saw Jackie Chan do, and they have this new kid that they train together. It's like that's less epic. That's just basically just a new Karate Kid movie. But still, like as long as they're not like going out of their way to be like, oh, that actually didn't happen here.
Exactly. Like, no, seriously. Like
what?
It's like because you just want us to not have a good time. Is that?
Exactly.
What's the reason for this? Right. Exactly. Yeah. Wow, but that's really exciting, though, dude.
And like,
what else you see?
Like,
what were you about to say first? I'm sorry.
Before we move past Sony, like I'm still down to talk more Karate Kid if we want. Before we move past Sony, Venom was basically just like a lot of stuff we've already seen, a little bit of extra new stuff that looked kind of cool. But it was mostly just exciting to like talk to Tom, like see Tom Hardy there. The Kraven thing though, we saw the first 10 minutes and an additional other clip, and I think it's definitely I think based on what I saw going to be better than Morbius or Madam Web. I still looks kind of mid 2000s movie-ish, but man, gory. We're talking opening scene, he rips out a saber tooth and jams it in somebody's neck. We're talking multiple axes through people's skulls, bear traps to the face, like bloody, very TV mature, rated R for this movie.
Oh, all right. They meant it when they were like, we're gonna do that thing. All right.
I'm excited for that though.
Yeah, like that is exciting. I don't want to do this because
I'm just not into the Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man.
I don't want to. Yeah, like I don't want to get into it and be like,
the one thing I'll say about this one though is like with like Madam Web, so much just like, you know, they had the jokes on SNL. So much of it looked like it was just created by an algorithm, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas this movie, and JC Chandor talked about it, he said like he really got to create the movie he wanted to create, and he's super proud of it. It does seem like whether everyone likes it or not, this is actually a creator made project. It seems like based on what I gathered from New York Comic Con, which is nice. That to me is a big positive.
I was about to say I was going to clap to that because that's a great like that's a good thing, and that's a plus and something new almost because you don't hear that all the time.
Yeah.
So I want to give don't smirk at me. I know you can't joke right now because that is good, and I'm glad for creatives that all right. Why are you laughing at me?
I'm listening. What are you saying?
Because I know you, and you laughing because it's still Sony and the Spider-Verse.
I was more excited for this than you were.
I know, but this TJ made me more excited.
Okay, that's great.
That's what he's supposed to do. We got too many jokes today. TJ should be.
Can I just say, look, the thing that immediately followed this panel.
Yes,
we linked up after for the first time. We go to the Fandom party, or no, for the second time because the franchise panel was.
Yes,
yeah. The Fandom party. We link up. We have some drinks. Then we go karaoke. We have the best time. And I
Yes.
knew this already. You know, I've listened to the pod, I've hung out with you guys, but this little banter, you guys, I'm telling you, it's even better in real life. Like it's even funnier in person. And seeing you guys rap together and karaoke and just like mess around in person, the chemistry is off the charts. It's a fun time. You guys are the best.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you,
We
friend.
appreciate
You for
man.
that. I was about to say y'all got an exclusive because they heard us do not like us. You can't put that on the airwaves. Drake will get you. I don't want to get you in trouble. But no, that was really that was such a good time with y'all. No,
Yeah,
seriously.
I'm gonna
remember that for real. A long time. That was awesome. But now we'll move on because I could just do jokes. But no, not joking at all. I am more excited because I didn't know they were going to take it all the way there. And it sounds like they are, even when it just comes to the like, I don't want to reference it to this, but it keeps reminding me of like John Wick, just in the way that they he uses different objects and different things and they level it up each time. It seems like they're aiming in that vein, and that's really entertaining. So I'm excited. Don't smirk at me don't do that, because that's when I was like, what you doing? I don't like this. But okay, yeah, you were at the Creatures Commandos, right? I said that wrong. Creature Commandos, right?
Yeah.
Panel. And James Gunn popped up, right?
James Gunn was there, the whole cast. That one was a lot of fun because again, was trying to live tweet it, so it was like very busy as it was going on, but it's such a strong cast. And I actually got to see at the end, I got to snap a pic with James Gunn, got to snap a pic with Frank Grillo, and I also got to quickly chat with Sean Gunn, and he remembered me from the last con I talked to him at, so that was pretty cool as well. Earlier in that day, you know, I gotta build to the finale. I got to do my roundtable for The Simpsons, and so I met the creators. I met Hank Azaria. Told him one of my favorite movies as a little kid was Mystery Men. So that was pretty dope. He was Blue Raja, right? And so that was pretty fun. And talked to the creators of The Simpsons. Got to do a little interview, as well as in Image Comics. Energon Universe, Skybound, Energon Universe, which is Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Robert Kirkman's new comic, Void Rivals. And so I talked to Robert Kirkman and the other creators about that, but also a little bit about Invincible. And so hoping to have something in the works with Robert Kirkman coming to do something with Agents of Fandom in the future. But we had a good chat there, and I'm going to be putting up an article as well talking about why season 3 doesn't have the big gap like season 2 had, why it doesn't have the mid-season break like season 2 had. So I'm going to be writing an article about that soon up at agentsofandom.com. But then Creature Commandos, and the panel, like I said, was just absolutely incredible. Steve Agee, Alan Tudyk, Maria Bakalova, Zoe Chow, Sean Gunn, David Harbour, Frank Grillo, Sean Gunn, everybody's there. They're talking about, we got to see we didn't see any clips, I don't think, but we did see a new trailer that I guess got like released online right after. They're all talking about their characters individually. Basically, most of the characters aren't the best people, but some of them actually are. Like G.I. Robot's not so bad. And Zoe Chow's character is kind of like supposed to be the protagonist of it, from the most part, like at least the kindest hearted of the group. We also found out that Linda Cardellini and Michael Rooker are going to be in it. We don't know who they're playing, but both of them are now part of the DCU. They talked about how these actors are going to be playing different characters in the DCU going forward as well. Frank Grillo's Rick Flag Sr. is going to be in Superman and a major, like one of the main characters in Peacemaker season 2. Really, really fun panel. Like James Gunn talking about Viola Davis, how she's the favorite actor he's ever worked with. How John Cena he's never seen someone improve as an actor so much in such a short period of time. How David Cornsweet's going to blow people away because he's one of the best physical action actors he's ever seen, and people don't realize how talented he is and how much this is Superman. And how Aaron Pierre was almost Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Say all of them, because that one is, I don't even, just keep it going. Yeah. He said that, and I was like, wait, when? Okay, got it.
Yeah. And so that was Creature Commandos. After that, we went up to the front, was able to snap some pics. It was pretty cool. And then, yeah, that was basically it. Sunday morning, we went and we got a autograph from John Boyega, chatted with him for a bit. He was super, super cool. We snapped some selfies, and I was like, I think like basically everybody there was like trying to like mention Star Wars things to him, stuff like that, and he's obviously great with that. But I was like, hey, just want to let you know, like, your performance in They Clone Tyrone was just spectacular. Like, the movie was good, but your performance was just unbelievable. And he was like, man, like, thank you so much for mentioning that. And I was like, yes.
Yeah. You did the thing.
I think he's so damn cool, and so he said that to me, and I was like, oh,
right, like,
you think that's cool too?
Oh, that's amazing, because I feel like, that's just so great for so many different things. Because I don't know if we just talked about that. I don't know if everybody really gave that movie as much love as it should have got, or even like you said, his performance alone, because he was incredible in it. So it's just like, damn, that's a really dope moment you got to have with him. That's really cool. But okay, hold on. You said about 37 different popping news clips. So which one do you want to break down? Do you want to react to any of the things that he learned first?
There's a bunch of stuff.
That one's fun. So yeah, that's crazy, because he's so good, but I haven't seen him enough. I'm like, I wonder how he saw that in his head. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so interesting. Yeah, I bet, of course he could play it, but I'm just like, whoa, like I would have never thought that in my brain, you know? So that was just so interesting to me.
It's crazy when you find out how many different actors are up for certain roles.
Yes, I love it.
I mean, you already got to see the movie and see a certain interpretation of a character, and then you find out like, oh, this person could have been that John too. And I'm like, oh, whoa, wow,
a whole different thing.
Yeah, like I just heard, they said, I think Sebastian Stan said he was up for Green Lantern at one point. Like, you know, I think the Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, really?
Version of that.
So
that would have been
extremely different. Justin Timberlake was too.
What did you say?
Yeah, he did say that. Yeah.
You know what? That's kind of similar bag though. The Ryan Reynolds, I could see that one though.
That was like Justin Timberlake at that time, right? That's still, I can't remember which one of the two, like, you know how those two rom-coms came out.
Like you're talking about Friends of Benefits or No Strings Attached?
Which one? Yeah.
Okay.
So he was like fresh on that. He was like doing the Lonely Island stuff, Dick in a Box.
It would have made sense.
He was in his comedy bag at that time.
Yeah, it could have made sense. Okay. But
we were still laughing with him and not yet at him like we are now.
Yeah.
You just brought up crazy. Jeez.
Now he's missing the world.
I'm just about to say the stop it. Anyway. How crazy today.
I can't ever look at that man the same way after hearing like the clip from the Britney Spears audiobooks of what he was like when they were dating. Have you not heard this story?
Only one I heard. I only heard one. That one. The one where he was like dressing up as black people or something in like rooms.
He wanted to talk to Genuine, and he said for
Cesar? That's the one I was talking about, the Genuine one where he walks up to him on the street and he's like, faux shiz, Genuine, faux shiz.
I heard
Can you imagine we meet up in New York? Can we imagine we meet up in New York? Dap up, faux shiz, guys.
Like, come on, man.
You turn around. We wouldn't have made it to karaoke that night.
No, I would have just froze like now. I would have just. I gotta go. I gotta go. I don't know what else to do. But oh my gosh, Justin Timberlake. But okay, wait. What else did he say? There were so many things in that I was like, first off, the Creatures Commandos trailer was fire.
It really was.
Not that I thought it wasn't going to be fire, because of course it's James Gunn, but like I was like, oh, like I want this tomorrow. Like I'm like really excited to watch it. Say it again
for you guys that I think I forgot to even mention when I was going through it. But I want your take on it now. All the cast were saying that like this project, like, so this also a very TV mature project, not for the kiddos, and apparently. Sexy as hell. That's what all of them were saying. What? There's sex scenes, there's innuendo, there's relationships between characters, and apparently this cartoon is sexy on par with like the Harley Quinn type show, if not more.
Huh.
That's interesting.
That's kind of fly, but it's that kind of makes sense though. When I think James Gunn also said a while ago that he was a huge fan of the Harley Quinn show when he first entered like the position that he's in.
The person I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head, but the person making Creature Commandos with him is the creator of the Harley Quinn show.
Oh wow, there we go. Okay. So that's sense. It. That was what I was trying to get to. I'm like, there's a connection here. Like, there's a reason behind it. That's gonna be fly, and it's with again James Gunn's added level of creativity as well, and then a bigger cast, maybe even two. Yeah, because you got
what this feels like to me. It feels like a Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it is. It is in a sense. Yeah.
But with monsters.
Yes, with monsters.
With monsters.
It's Suicide Squad, but with monsters. Yes.
Yeah. 100%. I'm excited.
And Linda Cardellini and Michael Rooker are going to be in it. We don't know who, but they're going to be in it.
Nah, that's super fire. To be honest, I just like and I also heard, I don't know if they said this when you were there at the panel or not, or if it was before this weekend, that it's gonna all the new DC projects are gonna like reveal something about the universe, if it was like in the past of the universe or something that's going on currently in it. And I'm interested to figure out what that is too. But because I don't know how that's gonna. They said some of these people are gonna be in Superman. Like
he just said
Frank Grillo, right?
He's gonna be in Peacemaker
as Rick, right? Yep. And so I'm just like wondering what is the thing. I don't know. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So many mysteries to find out.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't even know if we'll move on. He said we only went through 3. It's up to you. That's a lot of news in there. Unless if you don't want to talk about Superman, I don't know.
I mean, what you know what I mean?
I don't know. He said he's gonna be the great. What'd he say? He was cursing. He was saying James Gunn. He was like, he's gonna blow your fucking mind. Like he was going nuts. And I was like, he was there. He heard it. But once I saw the video of it, I saw him talking about it, and he just seemed so excited. And it made me be like, I feel like, again, I kind of asked y'all this weekend. Maybe that's where I'm at. I don't know why every now and then people are like, even though I already know y'all answers because of that. But at first I didn't know why everyone was so like, not doubtful, but being like, man, James Gunn gotta kill it. Because we know he has to. That's like obvious he has to do it or it's not gonna work out, right? But it's like, it's James Gunn.
Well, that's in a couple months ago, I was in Edmonton for the Edmonton Expo, and I was talking with Sean Gunn. And like not in an interview format, just kind of, so like don't quote me, very much paraphrasing, but I asked him like, have you seen David Cornsweet in the suit? What, like, because he's Maxwell Lord in that movie, right?
Yes.
What have you, like, you've seen him in the suit on set? Does he look as good as he does in the set pictures? He was like, so much better. The aura this guy has, you just wouldn't believe. Like this movie is gonna shock people or something of that sort. And like I'm so excited to see him, and it really seems like we're about to get a hopeful Superman movie, which just feels like exactly what we need right now.
I agree with that 100%.
I do.
And even when it comes to the aura thing, when I watched the video of James Gunn saying that, like he's gonna blow your mind with his physical performance and all that, in my brain I was like, I see it. Like when you see the pictures of him in the suit, even if you're a big fan of it or not, you can see that he's got like movie star vibe to him already. And then I've only personally seen him in Twisters, and it's something about him. I'm like, oh, okay, there's something to you. You got the thing a little bit. We just have to see it transpire. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited.
And it also helps that the dude's apparently like 6'5" or 6'4.5" or something. 6'5" with those boots on. Like he's gonna be. I think we're gonna get like the Christopher Reeve, like I'm Clark Kent, and then like
big
Superman. I'm excited about it. Like I really think this is gonna be a 2020s Christopher Reeve style Superman. Like, I think he's still kind of the best who's ever done it for Superman. But I really think I'm excited. I have really high hopes for this movie.
Me too. That's kind of where I was at originally when I brought the question up, because it was like, I don't see this going anywhere like below a A-. Personally, you know what I mean? Like I feel like, and I don't see it being that. I feel like it's going to be exactly as high as we think it's going to be, but I guess we just got to wait and see. But I'm really excited about it.
Same. And I mean, not even being the biggest Superman fan,
right?
I'm just excited for what James Gunn's about to bring, because I feel like he understands the assignment. So like I'm just excited to see how he puts his touch on this world. You know what I mean?
Yep. 100%.
Sure.
And so like I think without a doubt, the vibes are going to be there, and that's exactly why I'm with you. This will be probably in an at worst like an A-, a 7.5, a 7 out of 10 at worst, because I think it's going to be perfect Superman vibes, saving cats out of a tree, Boy Scout, get a little girl her doll in the middle of the road so she doesn't get hurt, that kind of thing. The only, I think, way it could potentially go wrong, and I'm not saying it will whatsoever, it's just that we don't really know anything about villain and how the villain will play into the storyline and things like that. And so I think that's going to be the most important thing to get it from like that 7 or 8 to a 9 or a 10 is what is the story going to be? You know, James Gunn's movie for the Guardians movie, the story, I think all 3, the emotional beats and the vibes, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Score, vibes, emotions. Comedy didn't hit for me in Guardians 2. But great. The story didn't really hit for me in Guardians 2 either, outside of like the character stories I loved. The overarching plot.
Exactly. Yep.
And so that's why that movie to me is a 7 or an 8, as opposed to a 9 like Guardians 1 and 2, or 9.5 closer to a 10. So that's to me is going to be the defining factor of if it's the movie, the defining Superman movie, or just a very good Superman movie.
I agree.
Great point.
100%.
And again, while we talking about this, I remember they got a battle with Fantastic, don't it?
Oh, Fantastic Four
and Jurassic World. So I'm excited for next year. Oh my goodness.
They need to make it again. I know we've said it a mad time.
Like
I know Jam has said it on stuff.
Scheme.
They need to figure out some type of combined marketing
campaign
for some of those films that's coming out. That would be awesome.
Because otherwise, somebody's gonna lose. It's gonna be a real war out there.
Literally, just have. Could you imagine if they have this big commercial where it's like dinosaurs rampaging through a city?
Yes.
And Superman is holding them off until Reed Richards and the rest of the Fantastic Four can develop a way to send them back to their time. Like,
that's gonna be the biggest.
And just have it for theaters and be like, here's your bundle. For this price, you get 3 movie tickets for this month, whatever. And it was like, that's how you get people back in the theaters.
That's
Cesar, hold on.
Exactly.
You should not have said someone's going to steal that right now. Are you kidding?
I don't have the connections to get that out there. I don't have the. I've been.
I feel that. Okay.
Somebody probably just got me tapped at this point, anyways. Like we're out for a drink and we're talking about the different like musical comparisons, and I was like, look, we got. Beyonce is our Michael Jackson. Taylor Swift, she's the Beatles. We pull up Twitter the next day, Ringo Starr. You know, I haven't seen anything quite like this since us, Taylor Swift. You know, like it's just
too meant to be. It's a little scary. It freaked me out a little.
Yeah, the phones are tapped. The phones are tapped for sure.
For sure.
But if it got to him that quick, all right. I mean, you need to watch out.
If Ringo Starr is the one tapping my phone, I'm not that.
Not true. Right, this is a good thing. This helps. Actually, Ringo, come on. Tap mine. It's fine. We're at now because we're just laughing. But that's where I wanted to go. Before we go into like more of our experiences during Comic-Con, did you guys want to talk about Daredevil? We didn't. None of us got to be there though, right?
Nah.
We just all got to.
Yeah.
I don't want to because I'm so up. I didn't watch the leaked clip on Twitter. But I'm just so upset that I wasn't at that panel. I didn't even like see that panel on the schedule. It's listed as a Marvel Comics one, which I would have gone to if I could have, but it ended up being at the same time as my interviews with like Robert Kirkman and Joshua Williamson for the Energon Universe stuff anyways. But I would have loved to be at that panel because it's like, yes, all of the new Marvel Comics stuff, and then bang, Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio come out and they say, hey, Born Again's coming March 4th. And they show a brand new, never before seen trailer. And so, yeah, that would have been pretty damn cool.
Yeah, that would have been fire. I don't know what I was about to say about it, I guess, because it wasn't too much new info.
No,
it was just more so the surprise, right? Yeah,
and then they played the trailer. I wonder if that's the same trailer from San Diego Comic-Con.
Apparently it's not. There's some people who saw both and it's a different one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't even know.
I know that the difference. That's the Comic-Con, the first one that leaked.
That's ridiculous.
Kept watching that over and over again. We need that right now.
Like, don't shut me down. Y'all gonna need to drop it.
Yeah, I mean, we need to stop playing and drop it. Hopefully, we get it before the year's up.
Yeah, especially since they have the date now too. But most likely before the year.
Maybe after Agatha's done.
Right? Maybe they're waiting that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But I don't know if you guys want to talk about it. I'm just excited for that show.
Same. I'm glad we got a date finally.
They're right.
You know what I mean?
It's good to have that.
Yeah. That's not very far away either.
It's not. Again, 25 is gonna be crazy, yo.
Nah, that's so much stuff coming out next year.
It's not like on TV and in the theaters. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Wow. But all right, that was all the pit. Any other? Did you meet like Stevie Wonder or something? What else happened? Hold on. Did you get a? I don't want to go past the panel, and then you're good. All right, bet. And you don't want to go back to any of the 33?
No, I'm good.
It's a lot of good news.
It was.
So I'm like, you never know what to even break down.
If anybody else wants it, please go to agentsofandom.com and check it out. You know what I mean? It's all on there.
Please, all the info by this incredible guy right here. But yeah, man, wrong choice of words, but outside of panels, we also had some experiences.
Yeah.
I guess it was connected to Comic-Con, but it was off-site, I guess is the word,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
We did the Dune.
The Dune prophecy experience. Is what they called it.
They did tell us it was going to be an interactive experience.
Yeah.
That right, did it?
Yeah, but it felt like everybody was expecting to see an episode.
We're wrong, though. I don't know why it just felt that way, because it was like,
why was the line so long?
Come on. Yeah. And we got that, but it was okay. I really enjoyed it.
It was fun, though. It was
super fun. And I was super blessed and thankful to be able to even like make it into the launch. So that was awesome. But I was a little sad that we didn't get to see no episode. I was just like, I was ready to learn some more about the show, because I feel like I don't know too much outside of what the trailer's given. And it's a prequel. So you kind of don't
know much
anyway. Yeah, outside of what you know from Doom.
The movie.
Exactly. But we did hear today. There we go.
That it is set in the same universe as the movies.
Yeah.
So you know,
that helps.
I mean,
yeah,
we kind of thought that already. But,
right.
Like,
a little bit.
Thank you for confirming it. I appreciate that. But yeah, like so.
One day.
No. I'll definitely be tuning in to that though, at least to see what the vibes are, because obviously we all love Doom.
And I love HBO. They was gonna get me regardless.
Exactly.
I was gonna at least try. If I didn't keep going, I didn't keep going. But I was gonna attempt. But no, I will talk about the experience. It was really cool though. Once we finally got in there, it was just like, I don't even know how do I explain this, bro? Because I don't even know.
So it was based on like I don't know if y'all remember the Bene Gesserit from the Dune movies, like the kind of witches in their world.
Yep.
They kind of like guided us through like this little.
Yeah, right. Like words, right?
I don't know what this was. It's like a temple or something. Like
their temple. Yeah, wherever they are. I don't know why I'm doing this, but that's what it
was
like.
Remember in the movie, it told Timothy, put your hand in a box and like see what happens.
We ain't had to touch no boxes though. I'm glad. Well, we did have to put my hand. What did I put my hand over?
It was in a few things. So it was like
I was like
some
light,
and then it was like this water vibrating.
That one scared me.
I don't know what it was,
right? But one time because it looked like water. Like box. Say it again.
You put your hand in a vibrating box?
I didn't. No.
You're giving me a hard time about Regina, Saskatchewan all weekend, and you're putting your hand in vibrating boxes.
And then you put the boxes.
That's so crazy, right?
No, we can't. Not the freak offs. We can't. That's not what went down. I don't like what he did. The Regina. Too much is happening at once. Okay, no, we didn't go into the box. I told him that while we were there, like I whispered to him because they're talking to us and it's like scary, the voice, like the witch aesthetic is going on very heavily. And I was just like, hey man, I'm not touching no boxes. I'm not going near it.
Got a child at home. I'm not touching any boxes right now. You got another thing coming.
He said, I'm a one box man. I'm one box. All right. Anyway, y'all too funny for me. Okay. But no, it really was cool. It was about probably 5 to 10 minutes or so. Yeah, but you definitely felt like you were in wherever. I just wish I knew the words. But wherever they are in that space, their cave, their temple was probably the best word. Yeah. You definitely felt like you were there. And honestly, it felt like you were in a haunted house for a little bit. To be the best reference to it. Mm-hmm. To an extent, since you couldn't see their eyes, I was a little bit like, all right. Back up a little bit. Don't get too close. Yeah. I can feel breath. I'm right there. But no, honestly, it was really cool. Really cool. They gave us a cool ring at the end. Got to take a picture. But no, man, that was just a dope experience. And then after that, not even after that, the day before, we all got together a little bit of what TJ mentioned, and we went to the Fandom party. Yeah, that was awesome.
Shout out to Fandom. That was nice.
Yeah, that was very cool. Thank you so much for that. For that invitation. That was a nice time. It was like a real party in there. Like when you expect to go to certain types of events, I don't expect it to always be like a party. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We go in there, I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh, okay, they're turning up in here. I seen Jason Derulo on the walls. Like, is he about to show up? I told you on the video, he said, what did he say? He said, we're gonna turn up tonight. I said, are you arriving? What you say? What you say? Let me know. I'm just kidding. But no, it really was an awesome time. And I should have did the scavenger hunt. Everybody didn't Nobody else wanted to
The
do
bar
it.
was too open to do the scavenger.
Yo, that's a bar too in itself. That's funny.
Nobody was there.
You're
for the
right.
scavenger.
Everybody look at me in the corner. I'm like, I don't drink. So I was just like, well, what's the first clue? And then I turned around. Nobody wanted it. So it was fine. But no, man, I really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed the hors d'oeuvres. It was a good time. It was a good time. But no, that was a cool experience. And yeah, what else did we do, man? Oh, we got some nice interview content.
Oh yeah,
coming, right?
with some we talked to some cosplayers on the floor.
Some really nice people.
That'll be dropping on the socials and stuff soon too.
Yeah, that was super fun.
Yeah. We got their thoughts on what's going on in the movie world, comic book stuff. So
it's a great way to say it.
Yeah, shout out to those people.
Yeah.
It's always a great time in Comic-Con.
Yeah, and each one was great to talk to too. It was a great time.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, man, Comic-Con. It should be fun next year. We got to get more panels, man. Every time we do it, we just end up that damn green dude in that line, man. That little dude. He just never want to run fast enough for me. Well, but next year I'm gonna try to
we'll talk, because I've learned that as press we don't even need to be doing that, and there's just another way we can get all of these. And I found out there at the convention after 2 years of doing it already. So year 3 we're gonna be really prepared.
Oh, to say less.
That's for another
Stay
pod
tuned.
another time. Stay tuned. TBA. Who?
We're gonna make sure you guys got interviews and shit next year too.
Oh, come on now. You had an air horn now. Thank you, brother. Yes. Yes. Come on. Jesus Samaro. Marvel world. Nah, but thank you, man. That would be awesome. And also, just thank you again for even introducing us to how to get into all this.
No, for
in
sure,
the first
man.
place from last year. You're the best, seriously.
No, for sure.
No problem.
But anyway, yeah. Not a lot of news, and also not like the craziest news, but a couple announcements, I guess, came out through. I don't want to get it wrong. It was because you guys, agents at Fandom, us guys. Hold on, I don't know who did it. Shout out to whoever
Hollywood
posted.
Reporter, I think it was.
Yeah,
the OG.
Yeah, Hollywood Reporter had an article about. See, it's so many things. Maybe it's 2 articles. Because one was Collider, and then one was Hollywood Reporter. Not sure which is which, but
the Collider was where the Doomsday,
right?
That was Collider, yeah.
And
that was our own
Adam,
Fandom co-owner Adam Blevins wrote up the Collider exclusive.
I didn't even know that. Let's go. I literally didn't even know. I was like, I'm like, it's Collider. Oh yes, let's go, Adam. That's so fire. Anyway, now I'm excited. Damn it. I lost my train of thought. What did he say? Okay, Doomsday. Yeah, they announced that. All right, just a few little things. It's shooting next spring in 2025, right? Still aiming for 26 for the release date. They said in May. They are going to split up the movies. They're not going to shoot it back to back like they did with Infinity War and Endgame. Correct.
There we go.
This is why he is the GOAT. Yes. But what else? It wasn't too many other things. Stephen Can somebody say his name right? I want to get it wrong. McFeely, or is it right?
Yeah,
you got it. Look at me. Hey, I did it. Yes, they confirmed again that he is the only one returning out of the writer, I guess, duo from the last time. The way to put that. Yeah, is there anything else, TJ?
No, I think that was it.
That was it, right? That's it.
And then that was going to get going. These 2, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess the next thing, because we can just put them all together, is Tom Holland on that separate interview.
He said, Russo said it'll be similar, but like in reference to these 2 movies, to Endgame and Infinity War, it'll be similar, but we'll have a longer break between the 2 movies than we did. I think it was 4 weeks, maybe. Was it 4 weeks between Infinity War and Endgame? Okay, come on, guys. it was a couple of weeks. They're not as separated as you would normally separate 2 films of these scale, but they're substantially separated more than the other 2. So less than normal, but more than Infinity War and Endgame.
Right. Okay. And it honestly makes sense when we talked about a little bit again off the pod. Actually, let me say this is next news, and then I'll double back to that. It also was announced that Tom Holland is going to be in. Well, they're I think apparently officially shooting Spider-Man next year, but on top of that, he's going to be in the Christopher Nolan, whatever that next movie is for Universal, with Matt Damon, right? That's the only other person that announced for that movie so far. Yeah. So I'm excited to hear what that one is. Y'all heard there was like rumors of what they think.
I keep hearing different things.
2 different. I only heard 2 things. It's either like sci-fi or like horror or something. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I never heard him dip in the horror bag, so I'm excited for whatever it is. But anyway, that's a really cool thing for Tom if you're Tom Gang. I like
sure. He needs some wins outside of Spider-Man.
Come on, man. They be trying to hate on my guy. They really do. They keep calling him a stay-at-home dad. You're not even a father. Like, what are they doing? You see the jokes they trying to put on him? Yeah. That's Spider-Man. Y'all trying to disrespect, by the way.
Yeah, you know where all these are coming from? They're all coming from the bots from the Daily Bugle. This is all J. Jonah Jameson sending this shit out.
You ain't never you smoked that. For a sec, I'm thinking, I'm like, is the Daily Bugle really a No, you're right though. That's exactly why all these spider bots in the world. You damn you.
You
Yeah,
damn.
Holland's booked and busy, man. Like it's for the next year, it's gonna be Spider-Man 4, which is that was the most exciting part about the article for me, was it's Spider-Man 4, then this Christopher Nolan movie, then Avengers Doomsday. So Spider-Man 4 is not that far away if he's filming already within the next year. They said they're still fine-tuning the script, but like that's exciting.
I'm excited for that too, for sure.
Don't even get me talking about it fully. All right, let's bring it down, because we know that means 26 at the least.
No, for sure.
At the least. So I am prepared, and then we got my man Destin. It's gonna be a little crazy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a little crazy
for sure.
But anywho, we don't got to talk about rumors and things that might be in and might not. Discuss. I guess there's so much news in that. I just feel like
I feel like some of this was kind of confirmation for
a lot of
we
it.
kind of like were assuming just based on the timelines they were giving us for dates and stuff that was coming out. So I'm glad we got the confirmation.
Yeah,
I'm glad the ball is rolling on everything, especially Spider-Man 4.
Yeah,
I feel like
cool to hear about
we've been waiting for that for a while. So I'm just excited that that's moving and we're getting that. So
right, like
here's the thing: we actually haven't really been waiting for it for a while. I think we just kind of thought we would be, and we're always worried we'll be. We've never seen a Spider-Man 4, so it's like the idea of it being real and them actually beginning another new trilogy, even though it's like of course it'll happen. It's not real until it's real, you know. Like No Way Home actually wasn't long ago, but it feels like it's not gonna happen until it actually is happening.
Ain't that crazy? You smoked that, homie. You got to applaud that, man. Congratulations. That was good. No, great point. So what do we got? Like we gave ourselves PTSD or something? What is that? Like what did we do?
I think man, every year that Sony tweet goes viral on the date where it's like Spider-Man 4 will premiere on 2009 or 2013, whenever it is, like the Tobey Maguire one, and then it just never happened.
Never happened. Yeah. True. That's why everybody's so scared of DC. So I see. We just all got trauma. It's just trauma.
Just a little bit.
It's all right. It's all right. But time gonna get us right, yo. It's okay. Time gonna bring us home. But yeah, actually, to that sorry, yo. To that point, I think that's at least not fully why, but definitely a part of the reason probably why they split it up this time, like you said, was just at least him, if he's a big part of the movie, he can't do it back to back. It don't work. And I bet it's not just him. It's a lot of, come on, that cast, sheesh, the big stars in that one. So I don't even know. They probably all got other movies together too. So, you know, they definitely got to split that up a little different. But yeah, man, I'm just excited, bro. I don't really even know what to say. I just want to see Doomsday in Spider-Man 4. I just want to see it.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. And now this Christopher Nolan movie. What's up with that? I'm interested.
Yeah.
See what's going on there.
A lot of bangers coming.
A lot of bangers. Oh my goodness. Is there one you're more excited to see? Actually, you guys more excited to see Spider-Man 4 or Doomsday? That's a good one. Like which one?
Depends
if it came out,
what Spider-Man 4 is.
But here we are. All right, then don't do that. Blank slate it. If it comes out today and you don't know the full plot of either right now, like you know as much as we know, no trailer.
Doomsday for sure. Doomsday for sure.
Okay, guys.
Same. I have to go with Doomsday too.
It's just Avengers and then Doom. It's too much going on there. I got to see what's going on.
Spider-Man is probably going to be a top 3 screen time character in that movie anyways. So like I'm all aboard I don't know how they can execute it, to be perfectly honest with you. Completely stepping aside the fact that like the RDJ Doom stuff. Like I'm incredibly interested to see it. I don't know if it'll be good or bad. I didn't like the choice, but for me, that's less because it's RDJ back and more just because I would have preferred a Romani actor cast for Dr. Doom. But it's like, I'm interested to see how that goes. From an Avengers movie standpoint, with them doing the back-to-back mega ones again, I'm interested to see how that goes, because we didn't get an Avengers or an Avengers Age of Ultron in either of these phases, and we're not getting them at all in the entire multiversal saga. We'll get Thunderbolts and a couple other potential little team-up things like Fantastic Four, is a big group. It's an ensemble, but still there haven't been those Avengers movies. So what I'm interested to see is how do they make sure they don't just do Infinity War again, where it's here are all these separated heroes fighting on different fronts until Doctor Doom beats all their asses, and something has to happen in the next movie to get them all back together. And to be honest, I kind of think that is what's gonna happen. Is Doom's gonna beat their asses, or he'll kind of have to or it'll just be their entire universes come into an incursion with Doom's, and one of the two universes is going to get destroyed, and hell, maybe our universe gets destroyed, and that's what it is. It's our whole sacred timeline, our whole universe. That's what I was thinking. It was that. And that's kind of what I would guess is how they do it, which is similar to Infinity War but not different, other than the fact that they lose again, and then here's how they bring it back together. I'm tangenting. I apologize, but here's how they bring it back together.
Stop you! I am my eyes are glued to. Yes, keep going.
So, in comics and in various Secret Wars iterations, one of them is the Beyonder is one of the big characters here at play. And in one of my favorite iterations, because I grew up on Spider-Man the Animated Series, it's why I'm a Marvel fan, and it's why I love the MCU specifically. Because in this show, they bring in the X-Men, they bring in Iron Man, they bring in Daredevil, and they interact with each other. And I've always wanted to see that live action on screen, and now it's happening. Basically, Beyonder it's like the whole multiverse is going to die. I got to take you to this battle world, and you're going to fight the bad guys. And he's kind of viewed as an antagonist-ish, but he's really just trying to find the best superhero team possible to save the world kind of thing. What I think it'll be is when this incursion's happening, and if our universe is destroyed, who will be the one to set up this battle world? Who will be I don't think we're going to get a new Beyonder. I think the Beyonder figure will be the person holding the entire multiverse together right now, Loki. He will kind of be the neutral, I'm trying to save everything guy.
Okay.
And probably Doom's not only gonna have destroyed our universe, but he's got an ego, right? He wants Reed Richards in a jar. He's going to have imprisoned all of the Fantastic Four, all of Earth's mightiest heroes, the Avengers. And who is the only being that exists? I mean, this could easily be proven wrong in a few weeks if this person ends up already coming back. But if they haven't yet, who's the only being that exists that could potentially be strong enough to take down Dr. Doom?
Oh, you kind of going crazy. Did you talk to
that
Kevin?
Needs a redemption arc.
Come on now.
Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch.
Kind of crazy.
So we get our children's crusade at the end of Agatha all along with Billy and all the young Avengers, because all the older ones already lost to Doom. Ms. Marvel and Kate Bishop and America Chavez, they're not actively featured in Avengers Doomsday.
Oh, you going a little crazy.
Because they're the ones who are going to be searching for Wanda Maximoff to bring her back so that they can fight Doom.
I think, by the way, you smoked that. And I agree that all this, that's so fire. My question is, because I think all that's happening for sure. Do you think it's happening in Doomsday? Or you think it's happening in, like, where did the Children's Crusade?
I think the Children's Crusade would have to be a TV show between.
Got it. Like in
or
the middle.
It would have to be the first hour and a half of a 3-hour Secret Wars movie.
Secret Wars movie.
I'm mad at that.
But honestly, we can get a lot more in and we can do the show. So I like that a lot. It's like, again, did you talk to Kevin? Who do you know?
I would love to. Get me in that room.
Hit our line, man.
And you guys, look, you guys brought they brought RDJ back because they want to make money. They want it to be a sure thing in the box office, not even critically, in the box office. That's what they care about at this point. And so what better way to make sure that happens is make sure it has Loki and Wanda, the two people really want to see.
True.
I love that.
See that, man. Why the hell did you do that? Now
we need to reference this when they do that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go home and keep thinking about this.
TJ said this already. That's what's happening.
Yep. You are the Beyonder. That's why they don't need them, because you out here. I see what's going on. You the watcher. Okay, all right. What was next? I don't know. That threw me for a loop. I'm thinking about the damn Secret Wars movies now. Hold on. You want to talk about Tom Holland? I don't know. Or is it just Penguin?
No, I think it's Penguin. We covered the time stuff.
He got me excited, so I can't think about nothing right now. Like, I want to ask questions. I'm like, well, who's going to be the main? It's all right. We'll do that another time. But all right, yeah, man. Penguin dropped.
I did.
I literally had to scurry because I missed the last episode, so I had to scurry this morning and watch both back to back. So I felt I actually had a little different probably experience than y'all two. It was like one ep for me.
Oh, both 5 and 6.
The last two. So it was even cooler because it got to connect her story in a quicker way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway, yeah, I just thought that experience for me having it that way was kind of dope, seeing it that way.
Yeah,
but yeah.
We just want to touch because we don't always get to talk about Penguin on here.
Yeah, it's just a schedule timing.
And you know, Agents of Fandom has a Penguin after show that will be out by the time this comes out. So please check that out on Agents of Fandom YouTube channel. But just our thoughts on Penguin, the episode 6, and where this show is going. Go ahead, go.
Episode 5.
It's episode 5.
Yeah.
My bad.
We got 3 more or 4 more?
Yeah, 3 more after this.
3 more, right?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Cool.
But yeah, ain't that crazy? It's only episode 5.
It feels like.
Don't it feel? Oh
like
my gosh! No, that's really crazy when you think about it. It's just because so much goes on in the show.
And if you want more in-depth Penguin coverage from ZENN and Cesar as well, plan is right now as like tentatively it'll be you guys hosted the Agents Fandom Penguin show next week for episode 6. So you were just ahead of the game with the episode 6. You already knew.
Yeah,
he was foreseeing. He was over there. Okay, Raven, I like it. I see what you did. Thank you. That was nice. All right, Rondo. Nah, but yeah, man. I personally love the episode. I the more that they keep giving us Sophia, I'm like locked into her story, bro. I just hope that they hopefully she stays alive long enough to. Go into the Batman. I think she will because she's too powerful right now, But I'm saying to be in like the Batman in the action movies and stuff. But yeah, anyway, how did you feel about
one thing about? I think I said this on Twitter earlier today too. One thing about this show that I love is how they're keeping Oz as a villain. Like
100%.
It's things he did in this episode, like lighting the people on fire. Like, bro, like there's no redemption for some of the things he does, and how he just watches it happen, and he doesn't like. He's like, yeah, I did that. Okay. No, I just think that's dope for this show because I feel like so many instances you see stuff with the Sony stuff, how they'll take a villain and make it an anti-hero and try to get you on their side, 100%. And how this show just lets them be their authentic villain selves. You know what I mean? In this world. So I really appreciate that about this show. And I that's one thing about this episode I really love because you get Oz kind of still being
Penguin.
Exactly. And as well as Sophia as well. I know from the previous episode, we have like a lot of sympathy for Sophia and what she went through. Yep. But at this point in time, she's also a villain as well.
Yeah.
Like
we at war. Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
That's one thing I did love.
The difference is I'm still rooting for her. Like I don't care if she does bad shit. I'm like, you go, girl, do that bad shit. We're supporting women's wrongs here right now because of what you've gone through. I don't give a shit. You do whatever you want.
Right.
Then I agree with you 100%. They're doing such a great job of allowing us to understand Oz without sympathizing for him. Like we're understanding why he's a villain, but not making excuses for why he's a villain.
Yep.
He's a bad dude. We get how he got there, but he's still a bad dude. Cesar, you just saw 4, so I want to ask this question to you. Like, I kind of actually want to know what you think of 4 more than 5, because to me, 4 I think is the best episode of television I've watched this year. I think it locked Kristen Milotti at bare minimum an Emmy nomination, but potentially a win.
Not the win.
And I think this episode, as long as I think the writers would have been foolish as soon as they saw her portrayal of this character to kill her off in this show. I think she needs to be a player in Batman in the next Batman movie.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like you just smoked that. That episode alone solidified that all those things should be the case. I agree with you. Man, I don't even know my thoughts on that episode. It was really, I'm gonna just be honest. Her performance is kind of too captivating for me to think a lot about what things that go on in the episode besides the torment that she goes through. You know what I mean? But because she's just acting her life away in every scene, and she's so good that you can see the gradual. Like, I'm definitely someone who knows that I'm not crazy. Into, you know what? I'll be crazy if you want me to be.
Yeah.
Like it it's there, and you can really see it scene by scene by scene to the time that she got the lady in the you know what I mean? So wow,
it's
like
what they pushed her to that point.
What do you expect at this point? Like I'm not saying it's okay or not, but like what do you expect? So man, they just did a really good job directing and writing it to give you a certain perspective and see her slowly progress into that was all gradually. I thought that was awesome. But yeah, man, the only thing I can really think about is her performance and how scared she made my dude until she popped him. Not my dude, but the dude. I don't remember his name right now. That character.
Vidi. Yeah, right? Vidi.
Yes. I was terrified. She had him for a second. Like
I laughed my ass off as soon as she shot him in the head.
Me too. I was expecting. I was like, "Can you just kill him already?" Oh, it's now. Okay, cool. I knew it wasn't going to last longer than the episode though. When that was, but yeah, that scene gave me. Honestly, it even gave me. I don't want to go too deep, so don't think I'm doing stuff. But it gave me like Dark Knight vibes. A specific scene when Joker does the
pencil.
The pencil.
Yeah.
Just that type of. Y'all think I'm playing? Because I'm really not. And I'm trying to better you too at the same time.
Yeah,
we can all eat.
When he lights the money on fire, and he's just like, "Oh, I don't give a damn. We're doing this my way."
Right.
She literally said, "Throw the money." Same exact thing you just said. Throw the money, and then he grabs it, and he's like, "Can I? Can I? Go ahead."
No, so I gotta shout out the other TJ, Fat Thor, because we recorded like as you said, our Penguin review's already out, and he said like he's watching this and all he can think about is just like, this is Sophia asserting dominance. When he feeds his dog, he puts the food there. They gotta wait. They reach out and they gotta wait. And he says, "No, you go. It's okay." And then the dog starts attacking the food. That's what it was. She threw the money on the table. They kind of reach. They're unsure, and she goes, "Oh yeah, no, you go, eat. Come on. Well, I'm letting the dogs eat. Let's go. Take the food." And they attack the money, and she's taken charge. Like she is the boss. She is asserting her dominance over them.
No, it was incredible.
Yeah, and as long as they're eating, they won't mind.
That's right.
100%.
100%.
That's shout out to you, Thor. I see that. I see you watching Power. I see who's going to some street stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, brother. I see it. But no, man. I know. All jokes aside, like they're really killing the show in all different aspects of it. Like, for a second, the beginning of the show, I got so invested in Tell me his right hand man, the Victor. Yeah, and I'm still invested, right? But like, I almost forget his side of it now because we're so back into the main what's really going on. Like, but the science, there's so much going on in here. I love it.
I'm scared.
He's out here, bro. Yeah, I was scared episodes ago, but he's definitely gone. It is what it is. I love him though, but he's out here.
Yeah, he's doing such a great job.
It's an amazing performance. You can find my interview with him up on Agents Fandom YouTube page. But look, I'm gonna swap in the backgrounds for a second for those watching us on YouTube. You're watching Listen 3K on YouTube, smash the like button, make sure you're subscribed, everybody. But this is why I gotta do it. Because I gotta pull up this photo.
Oh,
what do you notice in this photo of apologies to the podcast listeners, you're only getting this in video form, but I'll give you we got a photo of Renzi Feliz, Victor Aguiar with a slush puppy. He's in all blue. And what do you notice about his shadow?
That is he Oz in the shadow, or is it a version of him? Because I'm pretty sure it's Oz.
They got that tire iron there, right? They got that tire iron he's holding. I don't know if you're familiar with the story of Jason Todd.
No, you're not.
Robins.
Yeah. No way.
A lot of parallels between Oz and Victor and Bruce and Jason, Batman and that version of Batman and Robin. How did Batman find Jason Todd and get him to become his Robin?
Yo, he didn't relax.
He was stealing the wheels off the bat. He was stealing the rims off the Batmobile.
Yeah.
How did Penguin find Vic? He's stealing the wings off the Batmobile.
Bro, what are you
TJ,
doing?
You actually
what are you doing right now? What are you doing, TJ?
Jason Todd was overly aggressive and overly dark for Batman. Okay. And Penguin is the dark. Victor was too far on the light for Penguin. He had to keep pulling him over to that side. I'm terrified that the parallels are going to continue and Vic dies similar to Jason I don't know, maybe Sophia and a tire iron. Like Colin Farrell's talking about how by the end of this show, people will really know Penguin is the villain. I hope like hell it's not him with a tire iron. I want my man Vic to survive so badly, but I don't feel good about it.
There's a few things. You smoked that. Again, I gotta give you another.
He smoked that. I need to smoke now. What did he just do?
Connecting these dots is crazy, bro.
Because you scared me at one point. I'm like, are you about to tell me that he is Jason? I'm like, you had me going. But nah, that connection is spot on. Yeah, man, he gonna go down pretty bad.
Yeah.
He's going down pretty bad.
Again, shout out to Renzi Feliz for doing such an awesome job as that character. Everybody's doing such a great job.
Every single person.
I don't
the best show on TV right now.
I agree.
Easy too. Like I don't know any other show that's even up there with it right now.
I know we were talking about this off the pod a while ago, but I just want to bring it to TJ too. I feel like we kind of know our. I don't know if he said this, but I know like Matt Reeves says like I'm assuming this is going to be a trilogy of Batman movies with probably one, two, and three.
I believe so. Yeah.
The way he's fleshing this out with this Penguin show, I'm like,
it's annoying that he's only doing that.
Yeah, because it's like, man, it feels like it's so much. More. I feel like you can keep going so much further with a lot of these other characters as well.
Just the world,
and it just adds to this thing. I don't think we were expecting this Penguin show to be as good as it was, and now I'm like, nah, we need more. Give me Catwoman. Give me.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I think we'll get more of these HBO shows in the Reeveverse too.
Okay.
I think there's been talks of others already being kind of like in the works and stuff. I don't think that's going to be done anytime soon.
But it's not that, because you're right, and they gonna milk it, and they gonna make all these little shows. Y'all need.
You want it.
All right, let me do this.
Here's how I like, and I got to shout out to our guy Damon as well, because this is his, like, he's the one who's been pumping this theory, but it just feels like it'd be such a good opportunity as Sophia, no longer Falcone, now Gigante, as she's starting her new crime family. She needs muscle. Get us a familiar name that we know about that could give us some potential connections. Maybe a guy like Tony Zuko, and you start bringing in the guy who killed Dick Grayson's parents. And maybe, as in the DCU, we get the Brave and the Bold, where Damian Wayne's going to be there. Hopefully that means we already have a fully established Nightwing, and that leads to some Titans content, stuff like that. In this universe, start out with a young Dick Grayson and get Batman and Robin going by the time we have the third movie.
I would love that.
See, but then TJ, what are you doing? Get me more excited? What was the point of that? That's what I'm saying, man. So you're telling me I'm in the third movie and it ends and I got to see Batman and Robin hanging out and there's no more? I just got to go home? That's what you want me? No.
You just go home and cry every night like I do.
More movies.
Rewatch Young Justice. Rewatch Young Justice over and over again.
Nah. This is sad. This is a sad way to go out. We're going to need to convince that brother to do more films.
Yeah.
We're going to need someone, Gunn.
I needed parallel at the same time.
Two birds, one stone. I don't know.
You take the dark side. You take the fantastical.
Come on,
Batman.
So we have Robin introduced at the end of the second movie. He's young, and so we get him aged up a little bit for the third one, so it's not quite so ridiculous, right? Because it's a grounded film. We'll have him be a legitimate teenager instead of a 12-year-old.
Right, not a child. Yeah.
And have it so Robin and Batman are already established together for the third movie. And that's when, Gordon's already commissioner and we meet his daughter and she starts trying to become Batgirl, but she's not affiliated with them. And then she finds out who they are. Get that full story going.
I would love that.
It's already going to be, that's all going to have happened. Version of it.
Yeah.
That's all going to have happened in the DCU. Show us that in this story.
Exactly.
I would love that.
And that's all I want because they're doing such a good job with it already. That's all. But that's about it. Now I'm just going to go home with excitement. But just for nothing. Just to watch. Rewatch the same episode. I'm going to go watch. What'd you say, Young Justice? I'll put Young Justice on. There you go. Make me feel a little better. But no, TJ, thank you so much,
you again,
dude.
Bro.
You're the best.
Nah, for sure.
Can't thank you enough for everything, my guy. But do you want to obviously tell the people where they can find you always?
Yeah, you can find me at TJ_Zwarych 5 ZW for us you Americans, ZWARYCH 5 on basically all socials. And then Agents of Fandom is at Agents Fandom on TikTok and Twitter, Agents of Fandom everywhere else. We're on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts, and agentsoffandom.com. We drop stuff every single day. Like I mentioned, I'm writing reviews right now for Penguin and for Agatha All Along, for Only Murderers in the Building. And we got tons of great stuff dropping every single day. Ryan's reviewing every episode of Dragon Ball Daima right now. Great stuff dropping every single day. So make sure you check that out. And all of my Comic-Con interviews will be dropping within the next couple weeks there as well.
Let's go.
Awesome.
Going crazy, my guy, at all times. Keep being busy. Keep going.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
That was it. That was episode 57. You want to say anything before we got here? Agents of Fandom, check us out.
Again,
like my guy said.
Fandom, like you said, Agents of Fandom podcast.
Get the merch.
Get the merch. Sound Gallery. Come record.
Book a sesh
in Philadelphia. And that's it.
Also, we're getting the portal. Don't get it shut down. Kensington, don't go over there. We talked about
the Philly portal.
Where's the other side gonna be before we go?
I heard Ireland, maybe.
Oh, this is gonna be
crazy. I don't know.
They are not.
Have you heard about this, TJ? We're getting a portal here.
I don't like a sling ring.
Say that. No, do you remember the New York?
There was a New York one. It was a New York portal,
and they got rid of it because somebody flashed it.
Somebody was flashing them on the.
You don't remember
side.
this? It was like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally just like a camera.
It's like a big camera, but it looks like a portal.
But
it's like it's connected to another portal on the other side of the world, so you can always it's always on.
That's called the Sanctum Sanctorum. That was in Doctor Strange.
This is episode 57. Thank you.
Thank y'all.